Hey Facebook, good morning, good evening, whatever you want to call it. It's late. This is just a time that I have free, and it ain't really free to be less sleep for me, but I wanted to get back on here. I shared a video earlier, and the video kind of talked about Earnest Williams, Shirley Strawberry's husband. I just wanted to follow up because in the hearing that they had, that bond hearing back in late June, they were saying that he was going to be charged with some additional things, about 14 other charges. So recently, when I was on YouTube, I saw that one of the content creators did a video, and I shared it about him receiving additional charges. So I just wanted to go over those because they're very concerning, and I want to speak to the charges that the judge would not actually state on the record. I'm not going to state them either, but I do want to just focus on those particular charges. So I posted the charges. I found them on the Fulton County, Georgia's website for the Fulton County Jail. So I'm going to reverse, or you can just read along if you go to the post. You have to enlarge it a little bit, or you can go online and do it yourself like I did. But he does have numerous charges. The charges that they were speaking of back in late June of 2023 in that bond hearing, the ones that they would not stay on the record, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, a total of 5, and they have to do with the word that I was saying last time. It says possession of material which depicts a minor or a portion of a minor's body. And this is 4 felonies. And each felony, they did request a $200,000 surety bond. So I'll show you that. I'm going to reverse this camera, so just hold on tight. So if you see those charges, so appears to be 4 different case numbers. You see that? And then those are the charges. And then that's the surety bond right there. $200,000 for each. So that's what totaled the $800,000. And then this right here, this is the new charges, what appear to be the new charges that the prosecutor was alluding to in that hearing. So let's just go over those. And like I said, you can go on the page and enlarge it, and you'll be able to see it. Just going to reverse this back. So I did take notes on them, but I'm not going to use the notes. I think I'll just use this. This is giving me light too, so sorry for the late video. It took me a lot to get this going. I tried a tablet. I couldn't get the tablet working. So I do have something that I can read off. So the 4 new charges that appear in her video, she said they posted them on July the 7th. Unfortunately on here you can't see when they posted, but you can see that they have not been given a bond like his other charges and his past. Well, it's not that far in the past. A lot of the charges that I'm seeing are from 2020 through 2022. So that's fairly recent. That's not a long time ago when it's 2023. But I just want to go over these charges. So let's just take the 5 as they are. So 3 charges is from January 8th of 2019 So I'm assessing that the incident was on January 8th, 2019, and those charges have to do with attacking a woman, and the second one is battery. That's a misdemeanor. The first one was a felony, and the third one from January 8th, 2019 is trafficking a person for servitude, which is another felony. So there's 3 charges from January 8th, 2019, which 2 of them are felonies and 1 is a misdemeanor. I don't know how the blank battery is a misdemeanor, but it's showing that it's a misdemeanor. And then the other 2 charges have to deal with, they're from February 1st, 2021, and one is aggravated, and the last one is aggravated battery. So all of these charges, including the 4 charges that were for the minor, with the $800,000 total surety bond, they're very serious charges. I think that we have to start looking at this in a totality thought frame of mind, that this person has a long criminal history. These charges are primarily from 2020 through 2022, but it appears that the criminal history could go back several years, maybe decades. So just for women, just to protect yourself, a background check, and maybe don't think that this is a person's past. Even at this age of 50 plus, and you're still having multiple criminal charges, that's something, you want to consider when dating, when possibly marrying somebody, what their past history is like, how long ago was there a pattern? Has this person had multiple charges, or was it one incident? If they went to prison, did they return? Are they a repeat offender? All those things kind of like play into some of your decision making, even possibly having that person around yourself, your family members. If you have children or grandchildren, you want to try to really shield and protect your family, because a lot of women are vulnerable, especially when they're looking for love or they want to be loved. They maybe lower their guard, maybe overlook some things, maybe even believe that the person has changed. In this instance, because there's so many charges with the past record and even the prison time, you really want to consider if that is what has happened. Maybe the person has not changed, have not learned from their mistakes. And like I said, at the age of 50 plus, and they're still being arrested for charges, it just goes to maybe their credibility, if you feel comfortable trusting them, having them around, maybe even having them have knowledge of your finances or access to your finances, and maybe even by Shirley Strawberry being a celebrity, have you been targeted? Have you been targeted because maybe they want to get into your circle? Maybe famous people, have you access to famous people, and that could help them. So you just want to think about those things. So I don't want to be on long. I just wanted to make sure I followed up and state that he appears to have been given additional charges. They all have to do with that subject that you really can't say the words to, but it's very serious. It's going to be very challenging because this is a lot of prison time if he's convicted. Trafficking is a big one. The aggravated batteries is a big one. The aggravated. So You can go and look at the posting. You can watch the YouTube video. But it's just really just a word to be cautious about with people's past history, especially if they have repeat history of offending and continuing from maybe a young age through their 40s, 50s, and you might have to consider that this person has not been rehabilitated and they may not change. You know, actions speak louder than words, so you want to make sure you protect yourself, your family, your kids, all of that. That's primarily what's most important. So again, we wish Shirley Strawberry the best. It's unfortunate that it appears that he's going to really be facing additional charges. These 5 are serious, and from what the prosecutor said in that June hearing, that he was looking at possibly 14 additional charges, plus the 2 charges that the state of California have really pursued for transporting those 2 stolen vehicle cases from the state of California. They're not even really pursuing it. So, you know, it's very serious. So let's just wish her the best, her family the best, and if any victims, if it is true, we want to wish them the best, keep them prayed up, and just take this as a cautionary sign. You know, be very careful and selective about who you invite into your life, who you allow into your life, who you allow to cross certain boundaries with you, your finances, dating, relationships. You know, be very careful. So thanks for checking out this video. I'm going to come back and talk a little bit about Kohlberger, and that's it. So have a good night or good morning, however you want to see it. Thanks for checking my video out. Bye.